In this video I will show you how to make bunny ear on this hat which I'm knitting right now. Okay, so for the bunny ear what I will do is this. I have already completed the decrease, so you have to refer the pattern. So for that what I will do now is I will knit 20 stitches. Okay, so I have knitted 20 stitches, and then I will transfer the next 20 onto a scrap yarn. Okay, so I have transferred this stitches to a scrap yarn. So now what I will have to do is pull out these stitches. This 20 stitches we will divide into half, 10 10. So 1 2 3 4 5. So I have, this is the middle, 10 this side, 10 this side. So like for knitting magic loop, pull out the needle like this, and then we will bring both the needle together like this. So I will show you how the ear will be looking like. So this is how the ear will look like. Okay, and so this is the hat pattern, and this is the ear. Okay, so we have 10 needle on the front and 10 stitches on the front and 10 stitches on the back needle. Now we are going to bind off these 20 stitches like we do a 3 needle bind off, but we will not entirely bind off. Okay, so this is bind off like purl wise. This is what I have written in the pattern. So you insert the needle from the back like for purling for both the stitches on both the needles, and then purl one stitch. Okay, free both the stitches from the front as well as the back needle, and we are not going to bind off this stitch. This stitch we are going to use it, so we are keeping this. The second one, again insert the needle from the back to the front, so back needle to the front needle like this, purl one stitch, and then free both the stitches. Okay, repeat the same, free both the stitches, and remember that we are saving 1 stitches, live stitches each every time we bind off a stitch. Okay, so after the entire bind off we should have 10 stitches. Back to the front, purl 2 stitches, bind off, save the live stitch, repeat, the same, and then again the same. So now you see that we have 10 stitches on the needle. Okay, so turn the work and we see there are 10 stitches on the needle, working needle. And for this, so the setup is completed here. We will start with the with knitting the first row of the left ear. So this is for the left ear. So it says knit 4, then we will make 1 stitch, then knit 2, make 1 stitch, and then knit 4. So from here follow the pattern for the entire ear, and we'll come back to see the right ear. So the left ear is completed, and now I will show you how to do the right ear. So for the right ear we will pick up this 20 stitches which we transferred onto a scrap yarn. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11. Then I don't know why I have 11, so I will, in the first I will probably bind up 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I have 11, so I have 1 extra stitch here, but I will bind it off. I think I forgot to bind off 1 at the end. Okay, so now we are on the right side of the work. Okay, before we were binding off on the left side, so we did a bind off purlwise. Now we will do a bind off, 3 needle bind off, similar to 3 needle bind off knitwise. So I will, so you can ignore this first one, but I will this is I think the last one I will do it. So I will do a, so you insert your needle like knitting, but through both the stitches, from the first needle and the second needle, and then you can leave a little long yarn to close the gap which will be created here. Okay, so this is the first bind off, shape 1 stitch, then second bind off, shape 1 stitch, third bind off, shape 1 stitch, fourth bind off, shape 1 stitch, fifth bind off, shape 1 stitch, 6, shape 1 stitch, 7, and then 8, and then 9, and then 10. Okay, so we have done all the bind off and we have 10 stitches, live stitches. If this is too tedious, you can just bind off and then pick up 10 stitches here. Okay, and as we have bind off on the right side, for the right ear, the first is the wrong side, the first row is the wrong side, so we will do a knit all and then follow the instructions from the pattern for the ear. For the right ear. Okay, and then you will have body ear like this, so same as this one.